pięknie na gitarce. Hej, siemanko, Liska, z tej strony witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gameplayem z Trailery i zaczynamy od No Rest for the Wicked. Official game overview of the bridge refine. Wicked Inside Showcase 3. Lecimy. Wicked Inside.
Hey everyone! On April 30th, we released The Breach, a huge content update for No Rest for the Wicked. We are incredibly proud of the content that we shipped and how The Breach expanded No Rest for the Wicked. But we did face some initial balance hiccups. Some fights were overtuned, some scaling wasn't quite right. But thanks to your feedback, we were able to identify the problems quickly and shipped 4 hotfixes right after launch to stabilize balance and clean up the rough edges. But while those fixes were going out, and while we are already hard at work on our multiplayer co-op update, we also wanted to perfect what we had started with The Breach. A full patch that directly responds to your requests, suggestions, and feedback. Today, I'm happy to show you what's coming for The Breach Refined. One of the most requested features was giving players more control over difficulty. So, we've decided to introduce realm tiers. You will now be able to choose between multiple difficulty settings for your realm, making Wicked more approachable for new players, while also offering an even greater challenge for those who want it. When creating a realm, players will now be able to choose their own path. The path of the Torn makes things more forgiving. Enemy health and damage are tuned down, and combat is a bit more relaxed. Players who have always been struggling with No Rest for the Wicked ought to find the right experience for them right here. The Path of the Chosen is the experience you've come to know and love. It represents the challenge we think most players are seeking.
No my cały czas czekamy aż wyjdzie full, nie?
Path
Więc...
of the Unspoken is aimed to
Jest
turn
to.
things up to 11. More aggressive enemies, and combat requires more of a dance with your foes. Your life will be harder, but in some ways also more rewarding. You'll be able to switch your tier at any time from the newly introduced Realms menu, so you're always in control of how tough your run should be. In our current live builds, utility runes like Damage Surge and Heal Aura had to be slotted into a weapon, which wasn't ideal. For the Breach Refined, you can now equip up to 4 utility runes directly on your character. So if you want to throw down a heal after a fight, or light up a pitch-black dungeon with Illuminate, you can now do that without first juggling your weapon loadout. It feels really simple and elegant. You will now also start with the heal rune equipped by default. This way, players can choose to heal either with focus or through consumables right away. We've also made some major changes to our fast travel mechanics. We are introducing Elder Whispers. These are your key travel hubs. You can fast travel between them freely. And if that still isn't enough for you, we're also introducing a whole new feature, Whisper Offerings. You can now make offerings at all non-Elder Whispers to unlock fast travel on those as well. And as you might imagine, we have a lot of things planned for Whisper Offerings, but we'll leave that for future content updates.
Pięknie, pięknie.
We heard you. Gems are rare, and nobody wants to lose one just because they changed gear. So in Breach Refined, you can now destroy and extract gems that you slotted into your gear. Destroying the gem will simply remove it from your item. Extracting the gem means you'll get the gem back, but on common and masterpiece gear, the item stays intact upon extraction. On magical, plagued, and unique gear, the item will break upon gem extraction. We think that's a fair trade, and
No
it
tak,
gives players
zdecydowanie,
more
no.
freedom to swap builds without losing valuable upgrades.
Zwłaszcza jeśli mamy item, do którego chcemy włożyć dżema, a nie mam na przykład dżema, więc to jest oczywiście logiczne.
We have also added ledge protection. Yes, we've heard all of your complaints. You're out and about or deep inside the crucible. You launch into a heavy attack and bam, you fling yourself off a cliff. Well, for Breach Refined, we took care of this issue. Your character will now always stop right before they fling themselves off ledge.
O, moim zdaniem to akurat było spoko, akurat mogli to zostawić, nie?
Was fall damage. So we've reduced fall damage overall.
To wtedy by
You still can survive
powodowało, że gracze muszą być bardziej ostrożniejsi po prostu i tyle, nie?
Tons of health just for misjudging a ledge either. One of the more controversial changes in Breach was constraining ranged actions around focus. And yeah, we get it. Players wanted to play as archers or spellcasters without gating every shot behind a resource meter. So for Breach Refined, base spells and bows now use stamina again. Damage and range on these are tuned down a bit. Arrows now need to be charged to get the full effect. But overall, this brings back the fluidity and pacing you loved pre-Breach, while still keeping things balanced. And we have also improved combat responsiveness across the board. You can now change targets during attack windups, which makes fighting groups of enemies feel way more responsive. Especially when you're weaving between enemies and looking for openings. Another piece of feedback we got: hey, I climbed that ledge, dodged 2 traps, and got a single mushroom for all my trouble. Well, that's fixed. In this patch, we're tagging these hard-to-reach spots and making sure the loot matches the effort. Expect better gear, materials, and surprise finds. We also did a full pass on bounties and challenges. We added more variety and removed some stale or underused challenges. We studied how new players engaged with the Breach update and added new tutorials, revised early quests,
They told me to wait out here.
and introduced more context prompts. The idea is that you shouldn't need to tab out to a wiki just to understand how Wicked systems work. Gathering has always felt a bit flat, so we've spiced things up there as well. When farming a resource, you will now gain focus and experience, just like you would while fighting an enemy. And on top of that, we've added timing mechanics. Press the interact button the moment your tool hits the resource, and you'll get a bonus. More focus, more loot. Last but not least, storage quality of life.
O,
Every container in Wicked now comes with its own little carpet that features various logos. This ought to make it way simpler to quickly see where you're storing your resources, gear, cooking ingredients, and so on. So no more guessing which chest holds your resources and which one's got your food.
super.
And that about wraps it up. The Breach Refined is a massive response to your feedback, from utility runes and realm tiers to gem extraction and gathering improvements. This patch makes the rest for the Wicked smoother, more flexible, and more fun to explore. And what we've shown so far was only the tip of the iceberg. We're continuing to listen, and your feedback keeps making Wicked better and better. Let us know how these changes
Czekaj,
feel.
tylko
and
teraz
stay
pytanie,
tuned
kiedy
for
datę
even
macie,
more
nie?
coming down the line.
Do release'a.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back in your solar sacra.
Teraz to pytanie właśnie. A, to wtedy wychodzi ten
Peggy 18.
keyboard.
Are you tired of your mundane existence? Do you crave the thrill of
You cry for me. Yes.
In this show, a notorious criminal is given a chance to escape. From that moment, the whole galaxy knows them as Cyborg. This season,
Keeper.
experience the struggle of Morgan Lee, framed and condemned to the infamous Citadel. Morgan must survive the ultimate test of strength incarnate. Witness the power of cybernetic enhancements, pushing the limits of human potential. He'll need every weapon at his disposal to survive the onslaught, from plasma cannons to bioengineered blades. Facing relentless enemies, he'll fight his way through ever-changing deadly arenas. Witness the carnage, experience the thrill. Will Morgan Lee survive the last ticket, or will he become just another statistic? Tune in this cycle to the last ticket, only on Cable Galactica.
Tylko w kablówce Galaktyka. Pięknie.
Survive, escape.
I'm your beast.
Motherfuckers wanna make a statement. Cigarette on forehead, face on pavement. Got a cell block in my basement. Exercising tyrants with the dawn that's breaking. Turn on lights cause the stage is set. Blood is warm and my face is wet. Hands are full with the lives I've wrecked. Painted with the slaughter that they won't forget, huh? Watch your throne fall, napalm, ashes and slivers. It's the death knell knocking and I'm here to deliver. With the riot shield crushing through the gates you erect. While you screaming, motherfucker, thought this wasn't a threat. Thought our contract was good, that betrayal's theoretical. Cold sweat, nightmare, radical. Now the bodies around me say your word's not worth shit. Call your favorite agents, I'ma teach you to quit.
Fatal Run 2089.
They always said my luck would dry up. Now it's time to put that to the test.
Atari,
The
nice.
Enlightened offer a reward for the capture of the renegade runner and his cargo.
Don't let them get anywhere near the Ark.
You're beyond any talk of redemption. Prepare your soul for death.
No one ever says goodbye anymore.
Trochę borderlandsowe, nie?
Survive our trials, and then you'll earn our favor.
We can't save anyone if the Ark is ruined.
Don't you desire to soar to a new level of existence?
Tick-tock, renegade!
Look out!
Look out, bro, look out. Czekajcie, muszę chyba przekręcić co nieco. Teraz chyba trochę lepiej będzie. A co my tu mamy? Vigor. Du. Undisputed 1.4 content update.
What's going on, fight fans? This is Jeremy,
Yo, yo, yo,
the
yo.
community manager here at Steel City Interactive, and I'm here to tell you about the 1.4 update going live on all platforms on June 26th. Let's get into it. We've been reading all your comments, and one of the most frequent requests we've had is robes. Well, the wait is over. We're introducing robes for our marquee fighters. You can now recreate iconic ring walks using your favorite fighters, which include the youngest British Olympic medalist in boxing history, Amir King Khan, undefeated two-weight division undisputed champion Terrence Bud Crawford. And check out the patch notes to see the other fighters included. We've seen comments about players waiting for online matches, so we've made system changes to improve your experience. You can now select fighters in various weight classes to queue up for online matches. This should help reduce the queue times. You know what that means? Come get these hands. As fight fans and gamers, we love KOs.
AI difficulty cap?
Mini game success for AI. This means even more bone-crunching KOs. Don't forget to tag us in your best knockouts at Play Undisputed. We've replaced the check hook animations for Vasily Lomachenko to make his character even more lifelike. We're also bringing improved lighting and visuals to PC Ultra settings and Xbox Series X to match the improvements brought to the PS5 Pro in a recent update. You asked for free fighters. We got you. And we're pulling up with some of the most iconic fighters in boxing history. We're adding Damian Chambers to the roster, the hard-hitting cruiserweight who took part in the Ultimate Boxer series. Up next, we have the Hall of Famer Jack Dempsey, aka the Manasseh Mauler. Dempsey competed from 1914 to 1927 and was a ferocious puncher with an 81% knockout ratio. In line with our authenticity-driven approach, we've captured a brand new moveset for Jack Dempsey. Put your hands together for the Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson became the first black heavyweight world champion in 1908. Jack Johnson was cut from a different cloth, frequently fighting in bouts scheduled for 20 to 45 rounds. Another Hall of Famer who paved the way for fighters today. And once again, we've introduced another moveset unique to Jack Johnson. We also fixed a number of bugs that were affecting gameplay and career mode, but check the patch notes for more details. Once again, this is Jeremy Shepard, the community manager at Steel City Interactive. I look forward to seeing your feedback and all you would do with this update, and also you enjoying your new free fighters. That wraps it up for today, fight fans, and I will see you in the ring.
Undisputed. Achilles, Survivor.
Building mines in my beautiful dungeon.
My beautiful dungeon.
With the rest. Come back here. Or
You
I
maggots.
will make you.
Hi, I'm Kat, and today I'll be giving you a closer look at Achilles Survivor, a roguelite inspired by ancient Greek myths. Together, we'll explore the game's mechanics, defeat legendary foes, and, with a bit of luck, make it out alive. You begin as a lone hero in a hostile world of ancient Greece. Your goal? Simple. Survive. Hades' minions will stop at nothing. If they touch you, they deal damage. Fortunately, you can do damage in return. Survivors use their powers automatically on cooldown to strike back at their enemies. And with every enemy you defeat, you earn experience. It seems we've leveled up. Now we can improve our main power or pick general bonuses. The higher your luck, the better your chances of seeing rare upgrades appear.
Oh.
Combat is only half the story. You'll gather gold to reroll upgrades and stone to construct powerful structures. Let's build your first mine. Now, we have enough stone for the flame turret. Use empty slots on the map to place your first building. That was satisfying. We leveled up again. Higher levels unlock new power slots, and once you build a forge, you can evolve these powers into deadlier forms with stat boosts or brand new effects. Each survivor begins with a unique signature power. Let's mix it up. Before the run, you have multiple options to choose: locations, game modes, and heroes. See anyone familiar? Achilles is not alone. Multiple legendary heroes decided to join his cause. Along the course of the game, you can unlock different survivors and use them to defeat your enemies. How about Prometheus? During your gameplay, you will encounter multiple events that will help you, like opening chests. Others are pure risk. Crossing rifts and
puppy.
basements will yield valuable rewards. Just don't stand in the middle. As the waves intensify, tougher enemies will appear, including mini-bosses. Oof, that didn't go well. Fortunately, even in defeat, not all is lost. At the end of every run, you'll see your final stats: damage dealt, time survived, and most importantly, the resources you've gained, obols and adamant. These go through long-term progression through the favor system. It's a series of upgrades that boost your core stats and unlocks new perks. Each class comes with its own specialization path. And in the achievements menu, you'll find unlockable buildings, characters, and powers, all tied to in-game goals. As you reach the late game, you become more powerful, but so do enemies on more advanced maps. Fortunately, there are multiple ways to shift the scales to your advantage. Every survivor has a unique talent that complements their playstyle. You'll unlock new structure types. Some deal direct damage, some poison or burn enemies over time, and others help you survive just a little bit longer. A good tip? Try focusing on upgrading one core power first. Then upgrade your other abilities. At higher levels, your powers can transform. Take Phalanx, for example. His venomous spikes stay on the battlefield longer and stretch farther, turning tight corridors into deadly traps. By now, we've built our defenses, upgraded our powers, and learned how to survive. It's time to put it all to the test. Can we defeat Agamemnon together?
O, jakiś damage dostaję, widzę. Not bad, not bad. Ale FPS-y to rip trochę, nie? W grze.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. We hope you're as excited as we are for the launch of Achilles Survivor. And if you'd like, you can wishlist the game now on Steam to stay updated.
Coming soon. Diablo Immortal, Druid Class, Cinematic.
Invade an animal's den. And you're asking to get bit. Animals don't worry about why you're in their home. They just want you gone. All these demons trampling across our land. They're waking up. A world of
Tornado!
I wouldn't sleep here. Lots of bears around.
Może ta gra, kurde, jeszcze żyje, nie? Immortal. Diablo. Endless Legends 2. The Last Lord.
Once nobles and honorable knights, an ancient curse turned the last lords into spirits trapped in their armor who must drain others to feed themselves. Their ancestral home on the planet Auriga has been lost to Cataclysm, but the last lords escaped the icy fate by taking to the stars. When they arrived, they found an hostile ocean planet instead of a dust-rich desert. and only few of the number woke from the interstellar slumber. Now, they must find a way to restore the rest of the people, and either find a way to cure the curse or embrace their vampiric nature. As beings of pure dust, the Last Lords do not consume food and cannot harvest it, nor does their population grow naturally. Instead, they can use dust to instantly create more Last Lords in their cities. The Last Lords also rule over minor faction in a unique way, establishing lords' estates in their villages to tax them or send the population to work in
O,
the
taka
city.
cywilizacja, nie?
If necessary, this population can be drained to fuel the resurrection of more Last Lords. Alternately, they can turn villages into soul repositories to revive more powerful primordial Last Lords. The armies of the Lords are exceptionally tough, as they will heal every time a unit dies near them. The stalwarts can weather anything thrown at them, as they leech the life from their foes. Meanwhile, their bishops and the Dust Lords mounted on flying beasts laid curses on the enemy and devastated the lines. It is up to you to reawaken the Last Lords and lead them to victory.
Helmat. Piekło w markecie? O, shit, masakra, nie? O, światełko mi zgasło. Będzie się bateria wytrzymała. Albo się przegrzało. Kto wie? Kto wie? Jezus! Co on tam walił sobie, kurde, grucha? Holy Jesus! Skończę spokój na kiblu, nie? No, może jednak nie. Siema, Beruk. Wchodzi, że tu owalenie, no stary, no stał w sklepie i walił z tego górka, no. Co ja ci mogę powiedzieć, no. Sama prawda. Death Stranding 2 on the beach final trailer. Della finalo. Dzień dobry.
Hey, not bad, little porter. Not bad at all.
So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know.
Oj tak. Jeszcze większy? No spływa, no tak. Jak tam Baruk? Jak tam weekendzik? Hideo Kojima? Ładny nożyk, kurde, ładna kosa, kurde, nie? Lol. Okej. Że z rozmachem, kurde, nie? Pekora? Tam to była Pekora? Dobrze ten? Wydawało mi się? Trochę takie nawiązanie do Sneaky Intera, bym powiedział. Sneaky Snake'a. Sneaky Snake. O Jezu, z łopatą na niego? Tomorrow. Okay. Okay.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just nothing seems to fit. Raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun.
Kojima. Kojima. Fuck off. A, to jest z tymi miejscami. Lol. Jestem, czy to zadziała. Nie ładował? Jest mocny. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2.
Continue crushing our enemies.
Spackę Marina.
Purge this scum from our sight.
Enemy appears, brothers.
For free! Jakiś DLC for free? Endless Siege Update. Nice.
Assault reinforcement on its way. Tremble before a dreadnought.
Extract.
My fallen brothers
For the...
will long be remembered.
Ładny biały nóż, no. Ładna kosa.
They may try to challenge us. They will fail.
This battle may be lost, but the war continues.
But the war continues, yes. Okay. Mafia, the old country, behind the scenes clip. Huh?
I think the sound design in any video game gives players a real tactile sense of immersion in the world. These kind of sounds really take the animations and the models that we've created and give them a real solid sense in the world.
Nowa klasa ma się pojawić w Space Marine? Nice. Spoko.
Our main goal for the weapons was to just make them feel ultimate. Completely change the storyline by just one slight pull of trigger. This is the actual reason why we put a lot of effort into sound designing every weapon. All the guns the player encounters in the game are real, so it's not a big deal to get to them and to record the high quality sounds.
Ile splówek mają, nice.
Medium. But that's just the starting point. Our main inspiration went from the Hollywood movies, especially the best modern westerns, to make the sound punchy as we want them.
Enzo! We can't let them get away! I drive. You shoot.
I tried, you should too.
Cars have always had a big role in our project, and I'm really glad that we continue this tradition.
We're also at a time when cars are all hand-built. Every single car is created by a craftsman, so every car's got a kind of a hand-built feeling to it.
W którejś w grze już nie pamiętasz który? A, czy nie pamiętasz w ten?
Jolty on the streets. When you get them up to a top speed, it's a kind of a hair-raising experience.
Our goal was to create car sounds as authentic as possible.
Ale mówisz o mafii?
Fortunately for us,
Teraz?
there are highly passionate people who still cares about these beautiful cars. So we were quite easily able to find all necessary vehicles in few weeks. We decided to record all vehicles on the road. That gives you some advantages. You can capture the true sound of the cars.
A jedna gra z tych symulatorów.
It sounds completely different to a modern car. There's just a completely different character. There's no muffling of the exhaust in any way, and so it's a really raucous, raw feel to the cars. It makes driving them really, really fun.
Czekaj, w której to grze było? Chyba w Dead Space przecież tym nowym. Oni tam wymyślali jakieś nowe instrumenty. Tak mi się wydaje, żeby te wszystkie dźwięki... Albo to była jakaś jeszcze inna gra.
The music underscores the emotional content of the cinematic or of the gameplay experience. The music, in a way, makes the graphics look much better than they would do otherwise.
Ma być realistyczne? Ma być realistyczne, nie? No.
This is the music that is happening into real game world, such as street musicians or miners in the silver mine singing their labor songs. All these are sung together with the game
Nie
score,
narzekaj.
and they are quite nice, sometimes blending into each other.
In our game, the ambience are very important. They help to convey the mood, but also to sell the experience. They need to be immersive. That's why we recorded many voice lines with a Sicilian studio.
They helped us build up some of the soundscapes that you will hear throughout the countryside and in different locales. For example, going to the coast will sound and feel very different from going to a market in a town. And it was a sort of collaboration between the narrative teams, the audio team, who helped us really sprinkle in that level of authenticity. It's through that process that we've kind of layered up the sounds that you hear throughout the game.
Jezus, ile mają tam kurde tych amplitud do dźwięku, masakra, nie?
The vibe is completely unique. This is a distinctive experience that I've never played before, and I'm sure that players are going to feel the same.
Każdy to inna ścieżka dźwiękowa, nie? Makabra. Pre-order now. Oui, oui. Oui, oui, merci. Oui, oui. JDM, Japanese Drift Master. Raise... O, już wyszło, nice, spoko. Na kogo wyszło? Zarobiście, spoko. Repo. Museum Update Launch. Co to było w ogóle? Expressions. No. Okay. Moon phases? Menos grande tam był.
Child.
Lol. This seems for enchanted by nature.
Where the joys are plentiful,
Expansion
the wonders
pack.
awe-inspiring. Here it feels
Widać,
like we're
EA się nie przejmuje.
enchanted by
I sądzą.
nature. There are many
Wywalą
gifts to
tutaj
enjoy
dodatki do
the beauties of
Simsów.
nature, many paths to follow, from a peaceful life outdoors to exploring enchantment and magic. Let's begin at the root, plants and gardening. Caring for these beauties gives you a pure dose of joy.
Zula.
Just water them when dry and look good as new. Oh. Except those poor things. Ooh. Here's a tip. A little fairy dust goes a long way. Enchanted plants water and weed themselves. Oh, they do tend to attract pixies though. Hey, at least they're cute. For those with slightly more gardening expertise, bring more of the outdoors in with potted plants. Place them wherever they fit. Fill the entire room if you want. If you're a fellow fan of foliage, your passion can take you a long way. So go on, name them, talk to them, whatever. I don't judge. You may have noticed a little flicker earlier. Well, the wait is over. Fairies are here. Let's start with the basics, shall we? A mere mortal aspiring to be a fairy. Hey, no need to be alarmed. You called me. Now all you have to do is follow the path laid out for you and poof!
Become a fairy? LOL.
Oh, look at this entrance. Subtle, right? Oh, I love witnessing the transformation of a new fairy.
Okay.
There are many ways for you to customize your fairy form. Stunning. Go on, my little style icon. Things are going to be very different for you now. Fairies are truly emotion-driven creatures nourished by the moods of others. But if you don't take care of your needs, well, it's always a pity to see one go like that. Luckily, you can simply consume bottled emotions or absorb emotions from others to fulfill your needs. You do know I'm still here, right?
Oh, lol.
As I was saying, absorbing emotions comes naturally to every fairy, as does shrinking, but many acquire other abilities as well. Fairy dust is simply the sugar on top. The more you use your abilities, the more all-powerful you become. Fulfill good and wicked desires, like...
Powoli Simsy się zamieniają w jakiegoś RPGa, nie?
Bringing gnomes to life, or messing with relationships. Oh, we love a little drama. But fairy life isn't for everybody. Like this nature nomad. Ah, sure, living off the land may be an adjustment at first. An acquired taste, perhaps? But the more time you spend working on natural living skills, the easier it gets to manage your needs. Seriously, why confine yourself to four walls when nature has been all-inclusive since the dawn of time? But balance is a tightrope, not a throne. If you find yourself wallowing in a bad mood for too long, you begin to teeter into imbalance, experiencing minor symptoms. Ignoring it leads to serious consequences and may mean picking up an ailment. Okay, time to bring in some outside help. With the apothecary skill, you can craft everyday elixirs and cures galore. Like ailment cures, emotion potions that change any mood, or elixirs that fulfill all your needs for a time. Whoa, is that lucky liquid? I know a fisherman who could have used that. If you're inspired to help others with your new skill, there's always a need for more naturopaths. After a quick exam, it's time to determine the best course of treatment. Hopefully, the correct one.
Amo Bodo.
Oh, Riva, Phoebe.
Tarib, Kiplar.
Sometimes that means designing a wellness program for a client or offering a plant-based remedy. Of course, not all plants are entirely ordinary. The moody shrub allows you to extract emotions from it. An aura blossom can affect your luck or imbalance as long as you don't anger it. Oh, and the lightning root. I'm sure they're fine. With your natural living and apothecary skills, you'll be able to help so many folks in need. And there's a lot of them in this quiet little hamlet of ours. The blend of natural and magical elements throughout Innisgreen strikes a perfect balance, if I do say so myself. It can be a lot to take in, but luckily the locals are happy to fill you in. Lending a hand is a fast way to make friends and hear all kinds
Długi ten trailer, kurde, nie? Zapowiedź dodatku.
Plus, earn a few rewards.
Trzeba przyznać.
Speaking of locals, I see you've met my ex, Spruce. Oh, and will you look
Spruce.
at that? Our cosmic hourglass.
That's my ex.
Well, that's the grand tour. I'd say you're ready to explore this enchanted world of ours. Time for me to dissolve into the mist somewhere. Ah, you're gonna do great. Just don't forget to water the plants. Bye!
Bye bye. Okay. Dying Light 2 Ex Balatro. Ooh. The joke is on you. Ceremonialny dagger. Joker Charm. Get for free. Black Desert Console. Launch trailer. Na konsolki w końcu wychodzi. Pewnie przyportowanie gry, serwery, trochę przygotowanie tego było, nie? Pewnie, żeby pozmieniać trochę UI, sterowanie, etc., etc. Może już mieli jakąś bazę na co ale nie kojarzę. Nie kojarzę. Charge! Pisiu. The Lucky Star. Kinitsu-gami, Path of the Goddess.
Kinitsu-gami, Path of the Goddess, will celebrate its 1-year anniversary next month. We have prepared a small token of our appreciation for the many fans who have played the game.
Yeah.
Presenting Yashichi Waves, a Mazo talisman that changes some music in the main game to 8-bit style. This can be obtained in a free update available at a later date to both new and existing players. Please look forward to the update coming soon.
Gites, ale ludziska, dobrnęliśmy do końca dzisiejszego odcinka trailerów i gameplayów, także ja dziękuję serdecznie za oglądanie. Widzimy się już w kolejnym. Trzymajcie się. Hej, hej.